So XDefiant Season 3 is actually here right before Christmas. And this isn't just Season 3, it's actually Seasons 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Bits and pieces of all those at least together in one big content update. And the first thing I want to cover is the main menu theme. It's, just listen to this, okay? I'm not even kidding you guys. I think this might be one of the best FPS menus since like Halo 3 as far as just the music goes. Just phenomenal. I think that's from Assassin's Creed 2, and then they remix that with the XDefiant theme and then make something completely new out of it. It's fucking awesome. Anyway, let's get into the meat and potatoes here. I want to cover what Mark Rubin said on Twitter. Mark Rubin, of course, is the head honcho on XDefiant, or was at least. Let's see what he has to say. Hello, everyone. So here it is, our last content patch for XDefiant. It's obviously a bittersweet moment, but I just want to say how proud I am of everyone of this team that did everything they could to make this game and all of its amazing content. Ubisoft has not only allowed a small team to stay on and continue working to get our Season 3 content out the door, but we've also been able to add some extra content to this release from future seasons. So we have Season 3 content plus some of the content from Season 4, 5, 6, 7, and even Season 8. We are adding 3 new factions this patch, with the Assassins, of course, that was planned in Season 3, but also the Wolves and Omega Force from Seasons 4 and 5, respectively. We are also adding 6 new arena maps and 3 new linear maps from future seasons, so along with the 4 new maps from Season 3, that's a total of 13 new maps. And I have to say, the team really went all out on these amazing new maps. If you do anything at all, you need to check out the new Rayman map that was going to be part of an epic event takeover in Season 4. It even has its own mode with Lum Hunt. We've added a brand new experience called Tactical that is all about corridor-style maps, with the first mode in that experience called Diffuse, a one-life classic bomb mode. We've added the ability to play against bots in a way that would have allowed players to warm up or just chill out with less pressure, but still gain XP. There are a few new weapons that were supposed to come in future seasons as well, along with new cosmetics that have all been unlocked for everyone. There is new progression mechanics with faction mastery and badges that the community would have to come together to discover how they all can be earned. All of this and more are our last tribute to all the hardworking people that made this game and to all of the fans who have been with us through this journey. Not all journeys end well, but we can all be proud of what we accomplished. I wish everyone who worked on this game directly or indirectly the best for their future endeavors, and the same goes for all the fans who played our game, who streamed it, or who worked to build the XDefiant community. Thank you all, Mark. And I think Mark actually forgot to mention the prestige mode. There's a prestige mode, which I haven't delved into yet. Instead of actually playing the game and just playing matches and showing you guys like one match or whatever, I thought it'd be better if I showed you guys a lot of the new stuff. So first things first, let's go over the actual Season 3 drop that we were supposed to get. It was Assassin's Creed. I think I told you guys this or mentioned this like ages ago. This was planned for Season 3. Here is the Mastery skins. You have a bronze, a silver, and a gold. So they added the ability to level up your character. I think the last time I saw this was like Vanguard, maybe Black Ops 3, something like that. Like you could level your character and get like a unique skin. Black Ops 4, I can't remember. I just know I haven't seen it in a hot minute. So there's 3 new factions, one from Assassin's Creed here, one from Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon, actually, and then one from Ghost Recon Breakpoint. And they all have new abilities, new ults, new passives, all that stuff. I'll just leave it on the screen so you guys can see. This is actually me reading it live myself. And I go into the practice zone after this and I test some of the stuff out. And it's pretty neat, especially the Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon Mullet Man. There's only Mullet Man. There's a lot of placeholder text. There's a lot of missing graphics and stuff like that. They added a Thompson, so the Tommy gun. But I think it has like the P90 placeholder SMG image in the menu when you're selecting it. Some of the maps don't have movies, like preload movies to kind of go over them and stuff like that. So they literally just gave us what they had, which I think is kind of cool in a way. It's like we're playing a pre-alpha of seasons, the seasons past season 3. So yeah. Either way though, 3 new factions. Prestige mode, I'm actually very interested to try that out. Not to mention the new guns they added. I'll go over those in just a second. We got a FAMAS, we got a G36C, we got a Tommy gun, we got an M1A1, etc., etc. Seeing all this content kind of dropped in our lap in one go, it's bittersweet, but also it's really fucking weird. I've never seen a game shut down like this. If that makes sense. Usually, I go, okay. I figured if they were going to shut down this game, Ubisoft would have been like, all right, guys, we're shutting the game down. You have 2 weeks to play. See ya. And they cut it off after 2 weeks. That's it. It's one and done. Game over. The fact that this game is alive until June of next year, June or July of next year, and they dropped like 3-4 seasons worth of content in one go. It's just, I've never seen a game shut down like this. It's really bizarre. Really bizarre. It's almost like, if I didn't know any better, right? If I didn't know Ubisoft actually was kind of poor and hemorrhaging money and not doing so hot, I would say this is one of the weirdest marketing ploys ever. Like, to build massive hype, you give a bunch of content out and then, like, bring the game back down the line or something. Like, I'm not sure if that's what they're planning. Maybe that's just wishful thinking. I have no idea. But there is something interesting I do want to cover at the very end of this video, and I'm going to leave you waiting for that because it kind of gives some validity to that rumor. As I go over all of the stuff in the firing range, the practice zone here, I gotta say Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon was a season that I would have fucking loved. This was season 5, I think they said. Yeah, season 5. He's got like a teleportation punch, shurikens. His ult does damage to himself. It uses like his own health as ammo. It's fucking cool, man. I'm gonna go over some of the maps here. So this is one of the linear maps, so it's one of the bigger ones. I think this is Assassin's Creed, either Odyssey or Valhalla or something, based on that. But yeah, all the maps, I didn't get a chance to go over all of them because it was loading kind of slow. Like, the loading in to a private match was kind of slow. I'm not sure if that's because, ironically enough, they have a lot of people on the servers right now making things slow, but the server loading was pretty cumbersome, you know, to say the least. So I got like, I don't know, after like 30 minutes, I was able to check out what I'm going to show you here in this particular clip. And I don't know, man. It's such a weird thing to play this game now. Like, I'm actually gonna play it. I'm gonna stick with this game until it shuts down. Honestly, I really want to check out Prestige mode and see how they've done that. I think I read in the patch notes, if you completed all of the base challenges for the factions, like the starting factions or whatever, then you can enter Prestige mode. And I don't know, man, between that and the character mastery, the faction mastery or whatever, it's clear as day that the progression side of things was getting way better. Like, everybody's complaints about there not being enough to do in XDefiant were heard loud and clear. And I don't know, man. I also saw a bunch of leaks about new like mastery camos coming every so often, so you could always have something to grind for on the weapon camo end. This game was very ambitious. I think whether you like it, dislike it, and I'll be honest with you guys, most people that dislike this game, they're always Call of Duty fanboys, and they always fucking suck. Anytime I like click on their profile and they're hitting on XDefiant and I watch their Call of Duty gameplay, they're always fucking trash. I think a lot of people, and I hate to say this, I think a lot of people tried XDefiant out, realized that SBMM was protecting them and then just wished death upon this game because it offended them that bad. They're not being coddled and they can't handle it, man. And you might be saying, like, that's ridiculous, BT. People don't have that small of egos that play Call of Duty. Guys, have you seen the amount of cheaters? And not just cheaters, but like soft cheaters. The amount of Cronus Zens I see selling on Amazon, I mean, it gives you a rough estimate of like each sold per month. It's out of this world. People do not want to try to get better. They want to exploit. Like, they either want to be coddled by matchmaking or they want to exploit matchmaking in Call of Duty. And that's why that game, you know what? Call of Duty doesn't need a COD killer to take it out. Nothing's really been able to do that because Call of Duty's kind of taken itself out. And we'll cover that tomorrow in tomorrow's video. I want to talk more about XDefiant though. But these maps, man, all these Ubisoft IPs to pull from, and the maps, I don't want to say XDefiant is like Crysis. You know, it's not a game that is graphically impressive on the surface, but I think the art team for this game, which, by the way, real artists, not AI slop, the art team for this game, fantastic. They have a lot of Ubisoft IPs to pull from, but the fact that they can take anything from a Ubisoft IP and put it into this game's engine and make it look fantastic. Everything's colorful, everything's vibrant, enemies are easy to see, everything flows really well. They do small maps phenomenally well as well. Like, I can't glaze the fucking map design in this game enough. This is one of the few games, and I'm not kidding, if you've played this, you can back me up in the comment section below, but this is one of the few games where I felt like a lot of the DLC maps, the maps that came after the launch of the game, were actually better than the maps with the launch of the game. That's almost unheard of. I think Rockefeller, which came on the arena map side, and Signal, which came on the linear map side, I think those two maps are the best maps in the game for their respective modes, honestly. Anyway, if you guys have not downloaded the game, sadly, new downloads are not a thing. It's another weird thing they're doing. They're just shutting off all downloads as well. So if you downloaded the game at one point and deleted it, you can still download it, I think, by going through your history. There's a few little things, like if you search XDefiant on the Xbox store and click one of the Xcoins things or something like that, you can find the download of the game. There's little workarounds. You could search online to figure out how to get the game if you've deleted it already and you want to play it. But this new content's awesome, and it's such a shame that the game is closing down. Or is it? There's something I saw from one of the XDefiant devs on Twitter, and I'll just show you guys what I'm talking about. XD Loadout says on Twitter, I think this is probably everything left that's in a state to release. And Hake says, not everything. Which is exciting. Look, okay, I'm just gonna say this, man. I'm not sure where XDefiant goes from here, but it's clear to me that the people that love this game really fucking love it. The support I've seen after the game closed down is actually unheard of. I don't know where we go from here, but I'm just gonna say this. Whether the game comes back or it doesn't come back, I will be playing it until they shut the servers off. This is the one shooter that's held my interest, and I really haven't liked a shooter since Black Ops 4, guys, if I'm being honest. They all just feel hollow except for this one. This one seems like it's made by people that want to make a good game and listen to the community first and foremost. And that's what I want to support going forward. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm cutting it a little short today because my dog has pink eye right now, and I need to tend to him because he always comes first. I'll catch you guys on the next one, though. Let me know what you think of all this content in the comment section below. I will catch you on the next one. Have a good one. Peace.